welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually gonna talk about veganism. So I started my vegan journey in March. I've always been really interested in, well, not always, but I've been interested in veganism for maybe 1.5 years. Been thinking a lot about it, and I follow a lot of YouTubers and people on Instagram and well, pretty much everywhere who accidentally just is vegan or plant-based, and it kind of got my interest going. And so I started researching a lot, and I just find it so interesting and of course morally right. So yeah, but I kind of, always found some sort of excuse not to well, go vegan, I guess. But then in March I just decided to start, I guess. So I've been, well, I guess right now I'm vegetarian, so I try to eat as much vegan and plant-based food that I possibly can at this moment, because I'm kind of transitioning to veganism right now, because I think it's such a big step and I'm just sort of finding my way. So I have I love vegan food. I love plant-based food. I find it so good and healthy, and I feel so good. I mean, yeah, sometimes I'm bloated, but that's life. But otherwise I just feel so light. Like no meal is too heavy for me. I haven't been sick for a really long time. My hair is growing like insane. My skin is amazing. Like, it's all good. But the things that I struggle with is, well, food-wise. I live in a really small town, so it's kind of hard to find places to go out and eat. It's really hard to make it vegan if I don't want to eat a salad, which is, I mean, it's good, but sometimes I want something else. So that's kind of hard, but that's just tiny thing. But that's when I usually that's why I keep saying that I'm a vegetarian, because I'm mostly vegan when I'm home, in my own space. I'm totes vegan. Totes vegan, that sounded so teenagey. I am vegan when I'm at home, but then when I go out I find it really hard. And the other thing that I find really hard is telling friends and family, because people go on such a defense if I tell people that I'm vegan, which I usually don't, because it opens up this whole thing, and it's questions, and it's about protein and B12, and plants have feelings too, and all the cliche things. And yeah, it's people go really on the fence too. I'm not some sort of superhuman. I just choose not to eat meat or dairy, or trying to very much. But people go on such defense, it's I'm telling them that I'm a racist or something. I don't know. No, but people go on such defense. I'm not telling anyone what to do. This is a personal choice. I will of course want to educate them in why I find veganism such a good thing, and why it's, in my opinion, morally right to do. But I'm not forcing this on anyone, because I don't think you can force anyone to make that decision. I mean, 2 years ago I was super against veganism because I didn't know anything about it. I hadn't tried it, and it's not as difficult as one might think. So yeah, I think you kind of have to find it yourself. Like, if you're not ready, you're not gonna, you know, it's not gonna work. So I'm just here to be a positive person with a positive message, but I'm not gonna force anything on anyone. And honestly, I'm just not there yet to like take the fight right now, because I'm still myself like going through the whole vegan, you know, yeah, from vegetarian to vegan. So I'm very much not ready to take the fight yet, and I think I have to read a lot more to feel comfortable doing that. But yeah, I find that really difficult, and the person that or the people, I guess, that I find the hardest to tell is my grandparents, because I think it's just like so, like my favorite food has always been, since I was so little, is I think this is so weird, but moose steak. My grandpa used to, or he hunts sometimes, and he would bring back some moose or like deer, and then my grandma made steaks of them with brown sauce and potatoes, and it was like the best thing in the world, and I still find it delicious. I guess I haven't eaten it in a while now, but you know. And I find it so, like, I don't want to be mean to them, or like, I know they're gonna have like opinions, and I find it so hard to tell them. So I haven't actually told them yet. So when I go to them and they serve dinner, I guess I'm a vegetarian at those places because I just don't eat the meat that they serve. And I don't think they've noticed yet. But yeah, I just find it so hard. Do you have like, well, I mean, do you have the same problems I do? Because I feel like I'm so alone in this. But yeah, I find it so hard to tell like certain people. Like, I was so scared to tell my dad. But I did, and like, he's fine, he thinks I'm weird and crazy, but you know, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I was meat crazy. Like, not meat crazy, I don't eat that much meat, but before I went vegetarian and now trying to well, go plant-based, I didn't eat red meat like on my own. I only ate chicken or fish pretty much. But well, grandparents are different. They always have red meat, and they always, like, it's what they want to like give you because it's fancier, I guess, or like more, yeah, like party food because it's more expensive or something. But yeah, I find it so hard to tell them, but I hope, like, I mean, I will, obviously, because I can't not tell them. But yeah, I find it so hard. Like, do you have any like suggestions? Because I find it so hard, and I'm not embarrassed about it, like, at all. I'm not embarrassed. I just think, or I mean, I feel like they won't understand, and like most people don't when you tell them why. But I feel like my mom took it so well, but I think she's also kind of modern in a way, and she knows it, and she sort of gets it. But they are not like the old generation. Like, they're actually kind of still, you know, semi-modern, so they get it. But I'm so scared that my grandma, grandpa, and my grandma on dad's side isn't gonna get it, and it freaks me out. I don't know why. It's like, it's actually kind of whatever if I disappoint them, or you know, they think I'm crazy. But I don't know, it's such a, like, yeah, it's such a deep fear. Like it is, I get anxiety from this, just thinking about it. But yeah, I guess. Oh, and when it comes to like things that I find hard to not eat, there's really nothing except cheese. Cheese has been the hardest to stop with, because it's like, it's cheese. You have it on pizza, you have it on the sandwich. And I mean, before I went vegan, it wasn't like a big deal. I didn't eat that much cheese. But now it's like I crave it sometimes. Like feta cheese, that's been the hardest. Like I can go without any other sort of thing like cheese, no problem. But honestly, feta cheese in salad is bomb. And I really miss that. But now I'm sort of starting to come, you know, it's like I know that I can eat so many other things, and I find it so interesting, and I love cooking again, because I was in such a like cooking rut before I went vegan, and that was also kind of something that made me really want to do it, because I was so stuck. Like I did the same thing all over again, and I didn't try anything new. But now I find like the kitchen is so much fun, and you can do so many things. And vegan cooking is not like regular cooking. It's more like a science. Like you can kind of, you know, try things out. There's no rhyme or reason to what kind of like, you know, there's no rules. So I can do whatever I want pretty much. So thank God I have a food processor and that I have a mixer, because those are like lifesavers to new vegans. I eat so much pasta with cashew sauce. It's ridiculous, but it's so good. And yeah, I mean, I find it so much fun now to be in the kitchen and experiment with all sorts of different flavors, and I bought so many spices. It's ridiculous, but I also find it so much fun. Like I enjoy cooking so much. I actually have an Instagram page where I share all my plant-based and vegan recipes, and some other things, but mostly just vegan recipes. And that's the _vegan_Sofia. So find me there, and I will share all my bits and pieces, and maybe you can share some of yours so we can inspire each other, because that's all I really want. Inspiration. Can you just comment down below, like, what are your struggles? Because I find some things really easy. Like I love vegan food, like I love it. I haven't tried anything that I didn't like, and I've tried a lot right now. It's super delicious, it's super fresh, you feel super light, and I can so feel the difference. And this is the thing also, like I've been really good lately, but then the other day I was going out to the beach with a friend, and I ate pizza, and I felt silly. Like it's so weird, but yeah. So I took like a regular pizza with cheese on it, like a veggie pizza but with cheese, and afterwards I felt so bad. Like my stomach was hurting, it was like blowing up, it was so big, it looked like I had like a watermelon inside. Yeah, it feels like, do you ever feel like that too? Like when you eat dairy, your body is kind of rejecting it. Like I feel like I'm dairy intolerant after not having it, but as soon as I have it, if I haven't had dairy for a while and I eat it, it's like, yeah, instant rejection, which is so weird. But yeah, I guess that kind of says that it's pretty telling, because then we probably shouldn't have it in the, at least not in the extent that we have it. Because I feel so much better when I just have like almond milk, soy milk, oat milk, oat cream. There's so many alternatives, like coconut milk, coconut cream. Like you can make the same kind of dinner but with vegan options. Like that's what I usually do. Like today I made cookies, and these are like oat cookies, which is really common in Sweden. And I made it the vegan way. Like I made the, like I followed the exact same recipes but with vegan things, and most of these things were vegan. I just switched out the butter practically, but still you can still use the same things, you can still use the same recipes, just make it vegan. Like if I'm craving chicken or meat or like meatballs or something, I can still make it, just veganize it. And I still follow pretty much, I just use the same spices, and usually it comes out really well. So I mean, yeah, it shouldn't be that difficult. But I mean, I'm still transitioning and it feels really good, and I think I'm just gonna have to, I mean, I personally think I've needed to kind of like gradually become vegan. And I'm always vegan at home. Like at home I'm always vegan. It's when I go out or when I'm with friends or with family, and it's just, you know, comfort and it's easy, and I kind of have to just stop making those excuses and sort of just, you know, make it happen. It's not that hard, and I can always make my own dinner when I'm at my parents' or at my grandparents'. Like I don't have a problem with that. I can bring my own food. That's actually one of the arguments I had with my mother, because we talked about it the other day and it was so refreshing. And we had a great talk. But she was, you know, worried, and she doesn't fully get it, but she hasn't read much about it. So, well, I tried to explain a lot of it. And she was really understanding. And then I just said, like, it doesn't have to affect you at all if you don't want to. I can bring my own food, I can make my own things for Christmas, for Easter, for my birthday, for everything. She doesn't actually have to cook me anything like different if she doesn't want to. I just said, you don't have to feel like this has to affect you if you don't want to, because I can bring my own things and I can make my own things. Like that's not a problem for me. I think it's also funny that when I do bring my own things and when I do cook them, like my vegan food, they always want to try it and they always love it, which is so funny. But yeah, I mean, but please comment down below, like what did you struggle most with when you went vegan, and if you're still transitioning like me, what do you struggle with? Do you find it hard to talk to your friends and family? What sort of omnivore thing has been the hardest to quit, and everything. Well, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!